everybody. Nikki here. Coming in today to do a reading to see what's happening at the moment, as I know many people are feeling a push, the kind of square, the current square and the standoff. And I think what we would describe as this bifurcation of energies, very much feeling into the old and the new and sitting in the middle of that. And it can feel quite uncomfortable sometimes to be awake and aware and seeding all of this new energy into new ways of being, love-based frequencies, new systems, and so on. And also having to exist in this older world. And so there is this push and tear between what's new and that desire and the heart longing for something new and different, and what is still in existence, not working, not functioning, lower kind of more distorted energies. And so as we sit here, new moon today, I thought I would come in and just see what the Healing Insight cards have to offer us in terms of guidance, because on new moons it is always beautiful to bring through new intentions. And this new moon is the first one. This new moon, interesting, is in Taurus. So I'm not an astrologer, it's not my skill set, but I do follow and I'm aware that this is potentially relating to our gifts. And so diving into what that is and how that can express in the world. So the first card to come up is Throat Chakra card. It's the energy of transmutation. So Throat Chakra allows us to transform. This makes sense. Okay, so I'll speak to this now. So there's been a little bit of kind of learning wisdom over the past, it's been going on for a while, but certainly coming to the surface this last week or two, which is around how do we utilize the old energy, the pain, and how do we transform the old pain into something new. So we don't want to bypass, we don't want to shelve it, we don't want to leave it in the shadows. We have to do the healing work. So as everything comes up for us, as we are triggered in life, as things surface, then the highest approach to that is to be able to see and feel, okay, what is my trigger? Where's the learning in this? What am I still holding on to in my past or in my programming that is still bringing this forward to be addressed, so that we can transform that into something new. So I've just been called to read this card now. So here's the advice. The insight, let's call it that. So I release the negative, these are written as affirmations. I release the negative thoughts and expectations of myself, others, and the world. That's a nice one. It's easy for me to transform negative beliefs and expectations into positive and supporting ones, and so I do. That's a nice one also. This work doesn't have to be painful and difficult. It's easier and easier in the new energies. And with various tools and techniques, Healing Insight being one of them, one of many, to assist us in the transformation of old programs into new ones that we can align with, and we can then create from that new frequency and vibration. So just shifting the belief that it can be easy is good. I recognize the power of my thoughts and words as they vibrate through the universe, creating my future reality. I transform. So as we howl, as the wolf howls its song, let us be mindful in this now, what words we're speaking, what we're putting into the field, that forms this kind of magnetic force that will bring us back, that will attract back to us more of the same. So be mindful of the words of the song, the soul song that rises deep from the belly, that we can put out into the world, And can we frame the expression, the divine expression of our truth in positive, healthy, and healing ways? Can we speak to what it is that we want and we desire? And can we catch with the magic kind of net the pain, the painful and distorted thoughts, words that get spoken in a reactionary response to the external, which is just our gift and our experiences. So some questions there, and the more we take responsibility for the words and for the sounds, the expression that we put out, and of course that's not just words, but it's thoughts also. Thoughts have a form, thought forms. That when we project negative thoughts onto others, they can feel and sense that. And, when we capture those thoughts, or when we stop those, stop, clear, cancel, delete, if we're putting stuff out into the universe, into the field, that is just perpetuating hurt and unease, then if we can take responsibility for that, be mindful, let's transform our own thoughts at this time so that we can create and manifest a positively polarized reality. And of course, ideally, we're working towards unification. So we've got this split at the moment, we've got this bifurcation, but if we can stay in the center of that and allow those polarities to unify, then we're going to come into the unified field and creating from that space of pure love. Okay, I'm going to see if there's one more card. Two more I'm going to speak to. We need to know this now. We need to know this now. Okay, we're on the way. This is what I'm speaking about. So we're moving into unity consciousness, and it's a slow cycle. We're at the beginning, we're at the cusp. This energy is already landing, it's already seeding here at the moment. But how do we move through that is recognizing this polarity. Big bumblebee coming in. So the we card, I'm blessed to be part of the one. I honor and cherish my brothers and sisters, past, present, and future, who journey with me. Difference and polarity are not a threat, but an alternative view and experience. I embrace the shared experience of myself and others. Can you hear that buzz? As external. I'm going to reread that. I'm distracted by a big buzz in the background. How symbolic this all is. I embrace the shared experience of myself and others as eternal beings. Bees, of course, hold such a beautiful high frequency, real messengers of spirit. And of course, they work as a hive collective. And as do we, and yet probably quite unskillfully, yet we are part of this hive. We're part of the one, and all playing our different parts, all playing our different roles to lead us back into unity consciousness. So we see and feel the polarity. We learn from contrast. We see what we don't want. We learn who we are through that reflection and that mirroring of each other. And we also see the parts of ourselves and others that we deny or repress or, disown, reject. And so how can we come into this oneness? I guess it's recognizing the blessings. It's recognizing that we are all one, that we are all collectively moving through something, and that this difference and polarity are not a threat, but an alternative view and experience. It very much reminds me, as Bruce Lipton I first heard this from, and it stuck so clearly, of us all being different colors of the rainbow. So if I may express as a beautiful yellow, then that's my work, is to be yellow. and express my soul divine expression. And if my partner or my friend may be expressing as blue, then that's their unique divine expression. And we have to come to the realization that my way is not the right way just because it's how I'm drawn to express, but that we need the red and we need the blue and we need the green. And there's no point in me trying to be like the blue or the blue trying to be like the yellow, because then we're missing an aspect of the whole that's important, that shines as its own unique gift and skill set. So this is how we create the one, is recognizing the difference and celebrating the difference and knowing that we're all playing our part and playing our roles, and lovingly embracing each other and supporting each other and recognizing the importance of togetherness, of the we, as we are co-creating this reality in this hive. So the message there. I think there's another one. In total there's 3. So let's see what else comes up with this now. Okay, what's that one? Awesome. Greatness. I love this card. Breathe and expand. Okay, so solar plexus. Solar plexus is so important as a chakra within the energy system. It's a fire element, and we're so used to being afraid to be ourselves for fear of rejection or not being acceptable or being too much or overpowering, or we've given our power away and we're not fully in our power. So this card comes as a reminder just to rebalance, to breathe into the solar plexus. Imagine that beautiful yellow color there. Solar light. So if you have sun, bring it in, draw it into the solar plexus. And let's allow ourselves individually and collectively to be great. Let's celebrate each other's greatness. This is not from a place of ego. This is from a place of recognition that we are that beautiful alchemy of spirit and matter. We are of heaven as we are of earth, and to be human is an incredible, complex gift that we are moving through a process of mastery. And yes, we may be in our kind of teenage years in terms of that, but it is time to come into adulthood with this and to recognize how the subconscious mind works and the programs and the systems that keep us in limitation, and how to understand how reality works and reflection and the gifts that people draw to us for our own service, so often for our own service, as we are serving each other in this great awakening and becoming of who we are in terms of our innate greatness. So here it is. I like, love, and accept myself. Can you do that? Can you think about things that you like about yourself, things that you love about yourself? Can you love yourself, your whole self, including the parts of you that you don't like, the parts of you that are wounded or feel broken or feel damaged or act out? Can you love those parts? Because ultimately, that's what the wounded parts need is love, is compassion, is understanding. I like, love, and accept myself. I am wonderful and talented, and know that greatness resides within me. I harness my greatness and show up in the world. What if you gave yourself permission to do that? To access your greatness, to know it, to feel it, to be it in the world. What if we all did that? Wow. I allow myself to be seen and heard. Seeing a big theme coming in there. So we are moving from old reality, control, fear-based reality, to love-based reality. Control and fear wants to squash, wants to be in control. And the result of that is a contraction. It's not okay to be me, or it's unsafe for me to be seen or for me to be heard, or there isn't space for me. So that is in our programming, that is in our hive mentality, our collective consciousness. So what if I allow myself to be seen and heard and heal those wounds of fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of a lack of acceptance? What if we can fully accept ourselves and get to know thyself? Allow ourselves to be heard. And what if we can give that gift to others? What if we can do the listening and the seeing and the recognition of each other's greatness? Okay, I cultivate my genius and observe with love and excitement as my greatness makes a positive difference in the world. So notice that. What did you do today? What did you do this week that made a positive difference in the world? And how are you nourishing yourself? If you imagine that butterfly in its cocoon that needs all that nourishment and needs all of that containment, and how can you give yourself what you need so that you're ready to break out that cocoon and transform? I am wonderful. You are. We all are. And we're all doing our best. So that's what I got. Greatness, transmutation, and we are one. We are transforming. So sending love on your journey. It's not been an easy week. It's not been an easy month. But we are birthing something new. And we are in that cocoon. And let us use all of that darkness, the pain, to transform it into something beautiful. And so we can open our wings and spread our wings, know our why we're here, why we're doing this, why we feel called to create something new and beautiful and different, and allow. All right, love for now.